Thank you, thank you. Hello and welcome to the IAB Networks and Exchanges Marketplace. We've got a jam-packed day ahead of us, a bunch of news up front, so I'm not going to tell any jokes. I'm going to leave that to Terry and dive right into it. The main impetus for this conference and for our creation of this conference 2 years ago, and for this unique marketplace format, is that the networks and exchanges landscape is remarkably complex, and it changes. It's a very dynamic marketplace, and the myriad of products and services available to both buyers and sellers can be difficult to manage. There's a lot of opportunity to be grabbed. So we at IAB wanted to create a one-stop shop for everyone, for the networks and exchanges, for publishers, for advertisers, for marketers, to see the value propositions from multiple service providers and to have access to thought leadership from some of the industry's leading voices. And that's all in the course of one day. So that's why we've asked you to come here. The room will fill up. The individual rooms are going to fill up as the day progresses. Now, one of the other reasons we're here is to really talk about IAB's mission to reduce friction and complexity in the interactive advertising marketplace. And today I'm pleased to call out some progress we've made to address these challenges, specifically in the networks and exchanges space. Since our last networks and exchanges marketplace in 2008, in fact, we came out of that saying, wow, there is something very enormous here. So one of the very rapid conclusions was for IAB to create a networks and exchanges committee to help oversee activities within the sector. That committee's first order of business after it was formed in June 2008 was tackling issues of transparency and brand safety. With executive leadership from over 65 IAB member companies, the Networks and Exchanges Committee has developed the IAB Networks and Exchanges Quality Assurance Guidelines. These were released in February for public comment. You can view the document on the IAB site. These quality assurance guidelines are groundbreaking for the U.S. networks and exchanges marketplace and will serve to build greater marketplace trust. For the first time, marketers and agencies will have brand safety assurances that their ads will not appear next to inappropriate content. The guidelines eliminate confusion in the buying community by providing detailed information about such issues as acquiring inventory, contextual taxonomy and targeting, inventory vetting, and very importantly, data disclosure. The guidelines also create a common vocabulary for targeting and data. I'd like to thank the Networks and Exchanges Committee, and specifically the working group members, dozens of them. I would come into the office on East 27th Street and find our boardroom filled with 36 people arguing points over the course of many months about this. I want to thank all these working group members who spent countless hours on the phone and in person creating these guidelines. Committee members, there are many of you here today. If you could kind of stand up, we'd like to give you a round of applause. Come on, come on. You. All right, you. Thank you. This is one hell of a big deal. I'd also like to let you know about another very important initiative that's relevant to every person in this room, the IAB Long Tail Alliance. The Long Tail Alliance is the small publisher movement that the IAB created as a firebreak in the fight against inappropriate and adverse legislation and regulation. On June 14th and June 15th, for the second time, we will bring in dozens of these small publishers, most of whom are represented, have their advertising sales represented by networks or in some cases exchanges. We will bring dozens of these publishers to Washington, D.C. for our second annual D.C. fly-in. This is a chance for these small publishers to make the case that the internet, that networks and exchanges, that the rules that we're making facilitate small business development in the United States. We're going to be meeting with 40 or 50 members of the Senate and the House and their staff. Now, please note, and this is why I'm mentioning this to you, we rely on our ad network members to help us recruit Long Tail Alliance publishers. Burst Media, in particular, has been outstanding in their efforts. Burst has provided a one-year scholarship to 200 of its customers, promoting our program and teaching our long-tail webinars. We really need, and we would really like, all of the IAB's network members to participate and contribute, however you can. Marketing and promotion, recruitment of new publishers, sponsorship, whatever it is, we need more help so we can create a sustainable and dynamic group of small independent publishers who really represent the dynamism of the new journalism, the new entertainment, the new services that are available through the long tail to every man, woman, and child in the United States. For more information, please drop by the IAB newsstand in the foyer and speak with Michael Theodore, the IAB's Vice President of Member Services. We have lots of information there about the Long Tail Alliance you can take with you. Before we get on with the show, I want to thank our sponsors. Without them, I say this each time, and I honest to God mean it, without them, we cannot create events like this. So I want to give a hearty round of thanks to our VIP sponsors, Advertising.com, Collective, Microsoft Advertising, and Yahoo, and our supporting sponsors, and it's a nice, long, wonderful list: 24/7 Real Media, Adapt.tv, Adconian AdMeld, AdExpose, Audience Science, Blue Kai, Break Media, Casale Media, Context Web, the operator of the AdsDAC Ad Exchange, AdsDAC Ad Exchange, CPX Interactive, Dapper, Double Verify, Exalate, Freewheel, Google, Lidango, Lucid Media, Net Mining, Peer 39, the Rubicon Project, Theorem, Turn, and ValueClick Media.